Alright, so I've had this thing a few weeks now. I wanted to let people over 40 know what to do with this thing because I actually wanted to return mine on the first day. So many of the programs are shit. And, people were commenting on my video, oh, you're downloading free to play games and wondering why they don't work properly. Typical, 20 something year old think you know it all. First of all, the games were not free to play, they were free trials of pay games, which thank God there was a free trial. But, and the second part to that, in the applications on your goggles, if you go to the browser, just click browser, when you scroll down, best of the immersive web pops up, and there's a whole bunch of free to play web based little VR games, and they work just fine. So that kills your whole theory, you know. Hey, get out of there. You're lucky I didn't see you. I was looking in a different reality. Cat was trying to get away with eating my stuff. But anyway, to save you some time, things that you'll like if you just want a VR experience. Metaquest TV and YouTube app, plenty of VR videos and 360 videos and all kinds of things like that. If you like outer space, Titans of Space Plus, it's like $10, but I like it. Cruising around the solar system with a little classical music in the background. It's enjoyable to me. Don't get technical about things being to scale and stuff like that. But, it serves its purpose. And I'm just going to talk about some of the things I downloaded, just so you can save some time. Big screen beta, It seems like, to me, there's always a few, like three things there, and you click it, and there'll be 0 people in the room. I don't know what's going on with it, but if you want to watch something, just go into the Metaquest TV. Let's see. AIM shooting VR was not good. Gun World VR was not good, as far as not trying to put clips in guns, and they just, it's not really intuitive. I grab the gun, I grab the clip, I put it to the gun. It should just go in, but you're not doing it exactly right, so it doesn't work. First Encounters is pretty decent mixed reality game where aliens will start popping into your living room. And how you get to that, I'm sure you could just download the First Encounters, but when you're in your little Horizons world, the little helicopter pad that you're on outside, and you're looking around at just like the little world, you'll see a little spinning, floating mini rocket ship next to you. Just point at it and click it, and it opens up the First Encounters. That's something cool, but again, that's 10, 15 minutes like most things. It's going to keep you busy for a little time. Space Explorers, I'm going to click that right now. That thing has never, ever, ever worked. There's always a message from the developer on there. Felix and Paul Studios. Yeah, we apologize for the interruption. This app is experiencing technical difficulties. Don't even bother. Crap, no. How do I get out of here? I gotta find the other control. Crap. Now I'm stuck in it. And my right controller is not really working good. And see, when you hit... Oh, here we go. When you want to do something, you have to, the control should realize there's only a few things you could possibly want to do where you are, and it should just let you do it. If I'm watching, a show and I'm hitting buttons, what would I possibly want to do in there? I want to resize the screen or make it immersive, but no, not very intuitive. The liminal, didn't really see any value in that. I don't know. Now, one cool game that I'd actually consider buying that the free trial wasn't too janky is Flight 74. You can check that out. I like space games, so I downloaded the Mission ISS Quest, and I never got out of the initial area. It's kind of annoying. Skygaze demo where your ceiling opens up and you can see like stars in your mixed reality in your room. There's a board game called Demeo. I never really got anywhere with it, but I got, just got to look at it basically. Arizona Sunshine 2, looked interesting. Never got out of the initial area. It was too much trouble. The Flip, trial expired, which means, and I don't even remember it, which means I didn't get anywhere with that. Waste of time. First Hand, seemed like kind of boring. Population 1, free to play. I actually got into the world, cruised around a little bit, picked up some guns, but when you come across another player and you try to shoot him, it's kind of not really accurate. I'm sure you can get better with it over time, but it's just, I don't want to sit there and have this big learning curve to jack around with this thing. Fun Monkey Horror 2, I never got anywhere with that. Ultra Wings, I think the trial expired on that one. Spent a lot of time just trying to get out of the lobby. Alien Invasion, mixed reality, that sucks. It's like, it's weird. It's a combination of in your house, but you're looking at an outside environment, but there'll be a barrier where you need to get by and you can't get by it. I don't know, I just didn't like that one at all. ALVO, AIM XR. So I downloaded shooters and stuff, and they don't really work that well. Just honestly, Metaquest TV, YouTube, and Titans of Space. Stick to those if you're older. And then you can experiment a little bit here and there, and you won't be too frustrated. The one thing I notice about this thing, the battery doesn't actually last that long. I don't play with this thing for a long time. I'm always like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I put it away. I have a Nintendo Switch right behind me. I do the same thing with that. I'll pick it up, play for 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll let it sit for a couple weeks and then go back to it. The battery is always exactly where I left it. It's actually amazing. I don't know how they do it. But this, what the heck am I looking at here now? The Metaquest 3. Battery goes pretty quick. I don't know what's the deal with it. I kind of got used to sitting on my bed next to a power plug, and I could just plug it in while I'm looking around, which is something you can do, which I guess that's pretty good. But for the price of this thing, I don't know that I necessarily needed the mixed reality. And there's times when I'm looking at programs in this, and they're not like hyper clear, ultra HD or anything like that. There's a lot of blurry things in here. Nothing's perfect, And again, all I have to compare is my Samsung Gear VR, which I had to get rid of when I got my new phone, and then, the new phones didn't fit the little goggles or whatever. But I'll tell you, that thing wasn't that much money just based off my phone, and I had a lot of fun with that thing and some interesting little games. It wasn't like ultra realistic, but it was still 3D, like going through these tunnels where everything was made up of these computerish looking blocks, and some of the blocks would be red, and boom, I was shooting them or something like that. I don't remember. If you've played it, you'll know what it is. But I had a lot of fun with that Samsung Gear. I'd say more fun than this. But this obviously has the videos and the Metaquest TV that probably wouldn't be able to have in the Gear VR. But anyway, there's no support for Gear VR anymore anyway, so you might as well forget that. But anyway, I would try the Quest 2. I don't think the mixed reality is that big of a deal. And something, I'm not going to be exercising with this thing. I've been seeing that. It's ridiculous. Just sitting in my room, you can get a little bit sweaty just sitting here with this thing strapped to your head. Sometimes I actually turn on my ceiling fan and I just kind of stay cool. I'm definitely not going to be walking around doing stuff wearing these goggles, getting all sweat absorbed into the material. Like, forget that nonsense. Anyway, I guess that's it. Those are just some thoughts I had, and I don't totally regret the purchase, but I definitely didn't have to spend that much. And if it was a lot of money for you, then I would definitely consider using your funds better and maybe get the 2 for $200 or whatever it is. Borrow one and try it out. or go to Best Buy and try it out before you buy it. You know, this 3, I was actually surprised. You don't realize sales tax and this and that, and I know I ended up, I don't know, $700-800 for this. I don't know, it's actually a lot. But anyway, have fun.